On 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. A moment now to check out some numbers for Jokic.
And he's got it going at the foul line these days. His free throw percentage looks a lot different in the last 10 games than it did earlier in the season. He's tinkered with a few things and really improved his form.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. The Wizards have struggled the last couple of years, so some people were surprised that Bradley Beal signed an extension there. Beal said,
"Oh, I love that story. David, thank you." Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Will Barton. Michael Porter's out there with Green. Then there's Murray. And it's Jokic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Washington, we've got Mo Wagner. Rui Hachimura out there with Matthews. And there's Bradley Beal. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. Now here's Matthews. Nice ball movement by Washington. Wagner kicks to Beal. 6 to shoot. For 3, Westbrook. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Russell Westbrook, an absolute terror, someone who uses his body so well to draw contact.
The Wizards shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3.
Well, Russell Westbrook is a guy you want to play with because he's going to lay it on the line every night. And you couple that kind of passion with his talent and look out.
That one is no good. And he nails the third. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. Pass to Green. Back to Murray. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Now, here's Wagner. He picked up 15 points in their last one against Houston.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Murray against Westbrook. Murray kicks to Barton. Beal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And finished off by Westbrook.
Now the superb athleticism of Russell Westbrook on full display. The vertical out of this world.
And how about this, Doris? For all of his offensive accomplishments, Beal has said he wants to make the all-defensive first team at some point.
Well, he has the instincts, the athleticism, and the tenacity to do exactly that, Greg. The problem is he has had to expend so much energy at the offensive end. But what you love is he's willing to take on difficult challenges. That should help him qualify.
Porter passes to Murray. 1:16 left to play in the first. Barton finds Jokic. Shoots over Wagner. And it's Jokic missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Murray. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches. Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. So both teams changing it up here. And he makes both free throws. Here's Neto. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Houston. Outside for Beal. No good with the triple. The Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Beal with the block.
How about the anticipation from Bradley Beal? Wow, what a block.
A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
So it's Denver now. And here is Morris. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. 1 second left. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 2. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach to each game.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball, how unselfish we are, next pass mentality, next man up mentality. And just keep each other alive. We got to, like I said, bring that energy, bring that enthusiasm that we always have.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
We've got Avdia. Now there's Bertans out there with Robin Lopez. And there's Bradley Beal, and it's Neto in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And at last year's trade deadline, it surprised some people that Bertans was one of the hottest names out there.
Right. Bertans goes from a guy who was getting limited minutes in San Antonio to playing around 30 per game for Washington. There were reports that suggested the Wizards were asking for at least 1 first-round pick and maybe a sweetener. Boy, does that show you the value of a sweet shooting big man.
Now here's Barton. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. To the middle, Campazzo drops in the layup for 2.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. Big group substitution here for Denver. Westbrook kicks to Matthews. Wizards passing it around. Bunga deciding where to go with it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Porter.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Denver in the lead. Murray outside. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Now here's Jokic. He's defended by Wagner. Murray, no good. And the wide open shot from Morris. That 3 off the mark. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
Should be an interesting game as these teams don't see a lot of each other being from different conferences.
Right. They'll meet 2 times this year, East versus West. Let's see which team can enforce their style of play.
Here is Matthews following the score by Jamal Murray. Here's Bunga. Guarded by Porter. Bunga, no good. Denver leading by 3.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of the game.
Feeds it to Matthews. Here's Westbrook. Sweet little floater. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Well, Westbrook has these floaters down to a science. He gets it over the defense right in time.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get the party started. Okay. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
The rebounding margin says a lot about this game. They've been the better team in that department so far, no doubt. Now, I love the aggressive attitude that they came out with tonight, Ernie, and that's the difference. And they're not going to get out.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show, the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. So on the floor for Denver, Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Green in at the 4-man position. 5 to shoot. Jokic finds Murray. His 3-pointers off the mark. Washington trailing. Matthews scanning the floor for the lead. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. There's the pass to Barton. A minute 42 left to play here in the third. And stolen by Wagner. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hard for Wagner to avoid the contact. His shooting ability is going to have defenders reacting to him.
The Wizards have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Well, what we know about Mo Wagner is that he has consistently grown over the course of his NBA career. This guy has versatility as a scorer. He has tremendous energy that he brings nightly, and he wants to get better.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Murray, no good. The Wizards shooting just 31% in the game. Here's Beal, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Beal's got the lead up to 3 now for the Wizards.
Well, this is what you love about Bradley Beal. He doesn't have to dominate the basketball. Just get him a shot in the flow of the offense.
Najee passes to Murray. Here's Hartenstein. And the shot goes in.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
46 seconds left to play in the third. Nato off target at the rim.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Campazzo. But they get it back. Beal against Murray. And the layup is good. Murray's got 8 points.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Beal against Murray. Outside, Beal for Murray. Open jump shot off the mark. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Denver on top. They lead by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So the Wizards 5 right now. Travis Berton's out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Bonga in at the 3 spot.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Beal can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Morris kicks to Jokic. Murray outside. Over Berton. Murray, no good. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. It's a 1-point game.
This guy is an incredible dunker in space. The defense just says, let me step back here.
Morris looking over the floor. Here's Jokic. Banked in off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 1. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's Westbrook. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Wow. You know the ball is going in when Russell Westbrook steps into these moments. Just so adept at hitting big shots.
So both teams making some changes here. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Passes it to Jokic. He can't get that one. Now the Wizards take it the other way. No good with the layup.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Beal, the pass to Wagner. To Beal from past the arc, knocks down the trifecta.
That's a big-time delivery from Bradley Beal.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 5. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. A moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Bradley Beal.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Morris. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, he told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here. But we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
The kick out to Porter. Deep 2 from Murray. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Russell Westbrook taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Barton. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Porter. Jokic tried to free himself up. And again, Denver no good. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. And so Washington takes the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Bradley, congratulations on the win. And how important is it to get this win at home when you got this road trip coming up?
It's real important. You always got to take care of your home court, and at the same time, it gives us a winning streak now. So, we have to come out and be ready to play. It's a lot of tough teams, but I think we're going to be ready for the challenge.
Congratulations again, Bradley. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.